I was born in 1853. To a preacher man. We were Dutch. We were known for our cleanliness and for being in the Dutch Reformed Church. Very pious. Early on, my father taught me to read the Bible. We read it daily. As I grew, he wanted me to be a preacher. I loved the Bible. I loved Jesus. So I thought, okay. I was very passionate about Jesus' teachings. A lot of times, though, I was disappointed by those who I saw in the church and how they acted. A lot of times they didn't act anything like Jesus, but they called themselves Christians. That bothered me. So I went and I studied. I tried to preach. I didn't like being behind the pulpit. So I went to where the miners were, reached out to them, taught them about Jesus and love, sacrifice. Then there was an explosion in the mine. Broke my heart. I took my clothes, cut them up, with wax and olive oil, made bandages for them, nursed them back to health. My father came to see me. That was the first time I was called crazy. He wondered what I was doing, why I was doing this, why I was with the people like this. I shouldn't be. I should be setting myself apart. I didn't agree. That's not how Jesus would be. A lot of people looked at me as strange and crazy when I would go barefoot, when I would give my things away, when I made a little money from my sketches and I walked out of the store and an old woman was walking and very hungry, and I gave her all I made. I was hungry too, but she was hungrier than I was. I painted all the time. I love painting. I loved people and I loved animals and insects. If I saw a little caterpillar on the road, I'd pick it up and take it and put it on a tree. I love the potato eaters. I love drawing them. I love drawing the miners. I love living like them. They wanted me to live in a nice home, and I said, no. I'll live in a little hut on the floor. I'll be like the people that I'm preaching to. People didn't understand. Said I was crazy. I remember going to Paris. I loved Gauguin. Invited him to see me. We talked about art for hours. We painted together. He was crazy. He had a sword. Oh, he was wild. He'd get drunk, start screaming. He put me down. A lot of people put me down for my art. They thought it was ugly. They couldn't understand it. That's okay, but I saw the beauty in reality. People always wanted to make reality more beautiful. Gauguin, oh, I loved his art. I loved him as a person, and yet always putting me down. Then we had a little row, and he took out that sword and cut off my ear. People use that to say I was crazy because I cut off my ear. I never did. He did. He was a crazy one. He left his family and kids. I never did that. I took in a pregnant prostitute, put a roof over her head, gave her food, and I was called crazy. So many people judged me. Lots of people judged me in the church. Always this judgment, never about love, never about sacrifice. Never about Jesus, always judgment, the other J word. And Hans and Rita, art historians 100 years after my death, trying to expose the fact that I never cut off my ear, but people want to believe in a lie more than they want to believe in the truth. I once did a painting. I did a painting of Jesus, and I painted Jesus as myself. I so identified with Jesus. I didn't kill myself. Those kids killed me by accident, but I didn't want to tell on them. The truth. The truth. Sometimes a lie is better than the truth.